let PSs do their job so you guys can focus on putting birds in the sky and boats out to ocean.
He's laughing at my intro. Okay. What's up, guys? Shae Taylor here. I'm with PS2 Frederick. We're doing another rate video. So I pulled him in. I said, hey, you're doing this. And basically that's what happened.
Literally.
Yeah. So
Day in the life of a PS.
Yes.
It's always going to be a little different from command to command. Like right now we're at a huge command. Like we're one of the largest in the Navy.
Yeah.
Most other ones are around 2 to 3. We're at the 5.
People? 500 people?
Yeah, 500.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So like on average, I don't know the exact.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. So for us, what I do is I come in, first thing is always check your emails because, like I said,
150 a day.
150. Start off in the morning will at least be 90 right away. So while I was sleeping, all this stuff came in.
Yeah.
After you check your emails, you're going to go through and see what you had from the last day that you need to accomplish today. So making sure I follow up with everything on NSIPs and making sure I follow up on TOPS. So TOPS is our program that allows us to talk to Millington, Tennessee.
Okay.
And that's the stuff that we send them. We're like, okay, she had a pay issue. Here's the proof. Fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And we check those every single day, like multiple times a day, because that's another messaging system where I'm talking back and forth with a group of people I've never met.
Okay.
Once you're done checking those things, then I like to walk around the squadron. To get into the offices. I want them to see me. I want them to know, hey, sometimes they get busy and they can't leave, so I come down and I grab the paperwork, talk to them, and then I go back upstairs and fix it. What else do we do? Take your lunch. That's the most important part of the day.
Yeah, always take your. I was told always take your lunch and always go home when they tell you to go home.
Yeah, don't stick around.
Yeah, don't stick around.
If they say pull chalks, do not stick around because you're going to become a part of a working party. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't get wrapped up.
Don't fall victim, okay? Get out. It's craziness.
Life as a dirtbag.
Well, I mean, someone's going to end up being around.
You do have to learn how to play the game.
There's a little bit of a game. Because, the best thing I tell people is the Navy's going to take full advantage of you. That's why they got you.
Yes.
So you need to take every advantage. And I know that sounds awful, but what I mean by that is, you're going to bust your butt working every single day while out there working on some engine. When you have off time, go to school. Let the Navy pay for that stuff, because if not, you're just wasting free money.
That's good advice.
When they tell you to travel, volunteer. Say, hey, I'll go on that debt. It might be crappy while you're there, but the experiences, I made new friends just on this debt.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know many people when I showed up.
Yeah.
I was only there for 3 months before they sent me out here, so.
Oh my goodness.
I had no chance to meet anybody but my own office. So, I mean, they're going to take you for granted, so you need to use them. Leave days.
Take those.
Oh my gosh.
I can't stand when people say, I have this many use or lose.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I don't care if you feel like you can't go anywhere. Take the leave and just sit at home and watch Netflix. Why PS?
Why PS?
Yeah.
Well, PS was not my original rate.
What was your original
I was actually an MA when I first joined.
Okay.
Because it was the only way to get through MEPS and actually join the Navy that day. So.
Wait, you literally went in there and joined that day?
Yeah, so when I joined, walked into the office, said I want to be in the Navy, gave them all the documents because I already knew what they needed. So I'd already, here you go. And then I just went to MEPS, took the test, did everything. They're like, you can only join today if you join as an MA. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but sure, I'll do it. So
how long were you an MA?
I did that for 1.5 years, and then I switched.
How was OC spray?
It's horrible. It hurts.
That's the only thing I know about MA. So you guys get OC sprayed.
We get OC sprayed, and you can get tased if you want to.
Did you?
No.
Why? Why not?
No, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I mean, true.
I could do it for free out on the streets, but I choose not to do that either. No, I'm good. I'll pass.
So how did you switch rates then, and why?
So switching rates can be done at any time in your career, as long as the numbers match up.
Okay.
So for my time in, and for my year group, and all this other fancy schmancy Navy lingo, it felt perfectly that I could convert from being an MA to a PS. So they needed bodies, so they were like, absolutely go for it.
So how long did that take?
It took me about 6 months.
That's not bad.
So 6 months of applying and reapplying and reapplying, and then finally accepting it. And then after that, we went off to the training in Meridian, Mississippi.
So why did you pick PS?
I chose PS because I like customer service.
You really like people.
I love people.
You like people when they're mad.
Oh, they're always mad. So
about their pay.
Yeah, they're always mad.
People can be jerks.
They can be very hostile. They always blame you for something that had nothing to do with you. So you just sit there, you listen to them complain, you fix the problem, and then they think you did everything when all you did was send an email.
Oh my gosh, okay. Because I know PSs, they do so much more than any of us know, but are people mostly like pleasant with their interactions with you, or would you say they're mostly like, hey, why is my pay messed up? Like,
no, people are very, in general, they're very nice. Even if they have a pay issue, they're like, we don't know what happened. We just looked at our LES and it's kind of gone or wrong.
Yeah.
Or why do I have a debt and I don't know what's going on? So we just have to break it down, because 90% of the people I've met in the Navy, whether they've been in for 1 year or 30 years, they don't know how to read an LES. So
I honestly don't know half the stuff that's on there.
yes, so
It's
actually,
so confusing.
we're doing a training when we go home on how to read an LES, because
That's
most
so
people
smart.
don't know.
I should probably like do a YouTube video with that.
You could very much do a video on that, and people would probably love it.
Yeah, like this is how you get paid.
Yes, this is what happens, because most of the time people don't realize that we're just the middleman in all this at the moment. The Navy's doing some reconstruction on how they do pay.
Okay.
So we're more just like a liaison or a representative of personnel support detachments, which our current one is in Tennessee.
Okay.
And so we just kind of send them everything online via a system, and then they actually enact on all of it.
So you are like the mediator.
Yes.
You take a problem and then you say, hey, like this is the problem,
Mhm.
fix it.
Yes.
And then they fix it.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't
We
know
give
that.
them all the proof, and then they take care of it from there. I would say the best part about being a PS is if you're looking to join the Navy and you want to do something that's like all-encompassing, it allows you to, we can go almost anywhere in the United States Navy.
That's awesome.
The only thing I cannot do as a PS is go on subs, because
Thank
that's a
God.
specialty rate. So yeah, it's a specialty
Who wants
thing.
to do that? Not
I don't
me.
know. I don't know. I had some friends that do it, and God bless them, because I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I can't go on subs, and then there's like certain things I can't do, but yeoman can do.
Okay.
But for the most part, I can go almost anywhere and everywhere around the world.
That's amazing.
My last order options were NATO, so I could have been to Belgium, Germany, Italy, Spain, the Netherlands. Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Netherlands?
Yeah. England was on there too. Yeah, so I have options as a PS. So that's probably the best part about being a PS. You can go anywhere on the ships, small
Any
boys,
station,
big boys,
duty
any
station.
I can go anywhere. They always need a PS. The worst part is pretty much when people are mad at you for something that you had no control over.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not even that it's the worst. It's sometimes I feel bad.
Yeah.
The Navy is one of the largest, obviously, branches that we have. I think it's only second to the Army.
So it's Army first and then Navy?
Yep,
Wow.
and then Air Force and Marine Corps. Marine
Okay.
Corps is the smallest branch.
Yeah.
But like I worked with Marines too, so that's a whole nother video. When they have a pay issue, you can just walk right in, and the pay clerk will be able to take care of it right there, because they're
that's
so small.
nice.
They can do that.
Okay.
We're too big.
Yeah.
So we have to have PSDs, personnel support detachments, and they're the ones that can look at it. But it takes me giving them proof, putting it in the system, waiting 30 days, and then fixing your pay.
That's why it takes so long.
That's why it takes so long. It's not that we didn't do it; we're just waiting for them to enact on it.
Wow. I'm getting so much like new perspective, because I didn't know anything about being a PS.
Most people don't realize what we actually do. Because a lot of people are like, you guys don't do anything but sit around at a computer. Yes, that's true, but we're sitting there for hours on end looking at it.
Doing
So
stuff.
I don't get like greasy and oily and dirty like most of these like people who work on the engines and on the ship and stuff like that, which bless them, because I didn't want to do that.
Same, bless them.
But when I leave work, it still sucks just as much, because my head hurts from like, oh, I gotta go make sure that this person got that pay, and oh man, I gotta send this email to make sure the chiefs know what's going on.
a lot of
and,
moving parts.
Yeah, and it's just tracking everything. My email inbox is blowing up every day. I get on an average 150 emails every day.
How do you?
That's usually just incoming. That's not what I send out, and then mutual conversations.
How do you sift through that?
Well, you go through the most important ones, like who's got a major pay issue. Then
Yeah.
we focus on those first. And here is the first time I've ever worked with a large admin team.
Okay.
Most of the places I've been solo by myself. So here it's nice. We have a chief that tells us, hey, you focus on this one, you focus on this one, you do this one.
That's nice.
So it makes it a little bit easier.
Divide and conquer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's on debt with me right now. We're in Japan. What is?
I love it. Konnichiwa.
Yeah, konnichiwa. Hi. So how is deployment compared to being back home? Like, what are the main differences?
Ooh. Biggest difference is you're not really doing the whole 9 to 5 Monday through Friday thing. You're on debt, so you're working at whatever the mission is. So
Yeah.
obviously, for us, we do a lot of moving parts of this command. So I can't go into everything, but coming in early, but you leave early, so like the middle of the day is off, or like vice versa. It's always moving. Whereas at home, Monday through Friday, you're going to be there at 07:30, and you're going to leave at usually 16, 17.
So set schedule.
So it's a set schedule. But here, there's just so much going on. Like
fires everywhere.
Like 1 minute, everybody's good, and then like within an hour, why didn't you know about this? I didn't know it was an issue.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, so the big thing for me as a PS on debt is making sure that you guys get where you need to go, making sure that everybody's at the airport on the right airplane with all their tickets and cards. They love to forget
travel
their
cards?
Yeah, they love to leave those things at home. And then make sure I have all your orders written and a hotel booked for everywhere we stop or stay.
And so with COVID, it's really made things dynamic. Have you ever ran into like problems with like booked hotels and
Every day.
Every day. What do you do about that?
You just stay on the phone and keep making phone calls.
Traveling in itself is stressful, so I can't imagine like 40 bodies, like being in charge of 40 people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
And making sure they show up on time with all their proper documentation.
Yeah.
And then I gotta house them, and then if they're staying somewhere overnight, and with COVID, the restaurants aren't open, I've got to figure out how do I feed these people. Yeah.
I mean, okay, obviously this is not your fault, but I remember traveling from from Bahrain, and we stopped in Italy, and we got Subway, but like the sandwiches, wow.
Sandwiches.
Thank you. The sandwiches were so soggy and wet because it had been raining.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got soggy sandwiches for dinner. But at least it was something.
At least you got something, yeah. Because sometimes we land in the middle of the night and nobody procured food for you because you're just starving. Oh, you're using a vending machine if there is one around.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I try to prevent that if I know something's going to come up.
Yeah.
And we'll order food or order meals in advance. Worst comes worst, you give them an MRE.
Ew, I've never had. I heard those stop you up for days.
Oh yeah. So PSs are personnel specialists, and then YNs are yeomen. We work together in the same shop, but we do a little bit different stuff. Like they tend to do more of your awards writing and like any of our what are they called? Instructions that we have for the command and things like that. I know I was writing it out. They do all that stuff, and they work directly with the OIC and the XO and all that other people.
Okay.
So that's their realm.
Yeah.
My realm is to check you in when you're new to the command. So that's meaning setting you up, making sure you join under our UIC, which is a unit identification code.
Okay.
And then that tells the Navy, okay, this sailor belongs to this group. This is what he has to start getting paid. This is what he's going to be doing there, and then that fills a body. Because like, I could break it down to how the manning report works and how many bodies we're supposed to have, and like we're missing bodies. Every command is always missing bodies. It's always shorthanded. So, and then after you meet me, I'm also going to be the person who updates your record. So when you get ready to retire or change or just get out, your record needs to be perfect, because if something's missing, and then that in return is going to cause you not to get fully paid your benefits, that comes down to us. So it's making sure that your NSIPS is completely up to date.
It's a lot of pressure.
And it's a lot of work with 500 sailors trying to check everybody. So
that's true.
I'm always like, you need to come to me because I can't check all of your things.
Yeah.
Once you're at the command, like I said, I'll update your record the entire time. After you're getting ready to leave, or as you're getting ready to leave, I will notify you, hey, I saw you have orders. This is the next process.
But is there any part of your job where you're just like, I love this?
All of it.
You love all of it?
Yeah.
That's so great. I love people. I love finding people that love what they do.
Oh yeah, because I'm helping you guys. Like the one thing, like I really hope somebody from Big Navy is watching this. The big thing is that we've cut out so many PSDs that the customer service is starting to lack.
Oh.
And it's affecting you guys the worst.
Yeah.
Because they want you guys to now just do everything yourself, but the programs don't work. So then you're all disgruntled, and I don't blame you, because it used to be my job just to do all of that for you.
Yeah.
Let PSs do their job, so you guys can focus on putting birds in the sky and boats out to ocean.
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
I hate that the Navy's done that. Like, let me take care of it. Being in the military is absolutely the best for the fact that you're gonna get paid. It's the easiest paycheck you're ever going to make. Like, it's guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true. But I think what's hard is like this person over here is working 12-hour shifts when this person over here is going in for 2 hours a day at work.
Yeah.
Like, but there's no way to mitigate that.
There really is.
So really, choose your rate, choose your fate.
100%. You're gonna hear that line all the time.
Yeah.
Choose your rate, choose your fate. I said it as a recruiter too.
Okay, yeah, recruiter. Let's talk about that. You were a recruiter after you were an MA.
Yes.
So please tell me about this journey.
Well, I was a reservist when they chose me.
Okay.
So I went a different route, because if you're active duty, you have to apply. When you pick orders,
Yeah.
you'll apply. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you just reapply something else.
Yeah.
That's probably another video, is how to select orders. But when I did it, I was a reservist, and they wanted local people to stay local. So it was
Where were you
cheap.
at?
I was in Michigan, that's where I'm from.
Okay.
So I was in Michigan as a reservist, and they were like, it's cheap for us to start you up because we don't have to pay for you to move, we don't have to go anywhere.
You're already there.
You're already there. It's very rewarding to watch someone, you know, that just was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want to be a bum.
Yeah.
And then just putting them through the process and watching them join and then ship off.
So recruiters, they do have numbers to hit, right?
So you have numbers unless you're in a certain area where they're just like, screw it, just everybody give us this. So there is a mathematical equation that breaks down how many you need to talk to, how many will then sit in your office, and then how many are actually going to join from that.
Okay.
So once that breaks down, they'll tell you how many people you need to get in a day, or put in a month and talk to a day. For us, it was just straight across the board. Everybody needs to put in at least one body, period. They just
One
threw out
body
the
a
numbers.
month?
Yes.
Oh, so it didn't matter like which rate they went? Because you hear like rumors that they push for certain rates, or they glorify certain rates.
Yeah, that's the people. But the Navy doesn't care. The Navy just wants a body.
Really?
Yeah, the Navy just wants to fill them. So we're the only branch. Yes, we're the only branch. I had to make sure and not get this wrong on live, right?
Yeah, right.
We're the only branch that you are 100% guaranteed a job once you leave MEPS, and you know what the job is, and there isn't no switching it around.
Yeah.
How that happens is the Navy generates every single morning a brand new list of jobs from people out in Tennessee that sit down and say, okay, we have this many ships, we have this many subs, we have this many planes. Okay, we have this many people getting out because of retirement. We have this many people getting out because they just want out, because they've only done 4 and they're on. This many people are going to get in trouble. They take all that into consideration. They say, we need this many bodies as AZs. We need this many PSs, this many LSs, YNs, you know, all that.
Yeah.
So every day it changes. So like I said in the beginning, when I joined as an MA, it was because we had no choice. They needed MAs, and I either joined or I didn't join at all. I joined as an MA or I was nothing. Yeah, but it moves every single day.
Yeah, because people get out every day.
Mm-hmm. And the worst part is, I'm giving you all the trade secrets right now.
Please, yeah.
They want you to join when you're up there. That's why as a recruiter, they're like, hey, are you okay with taking any job?
Yeah.
Because I cannot guarantee if you wanted to join as a PS, you're going to be a PS.
Right.
The day you go up there, we could have everything open but PS.
Right.
Or there could only be 2 jobs. You're either going to be a corpsman or you're going to be an airframer.
It's intimidating.
So that's why when you join the Navy, you have to be very open-minded to like, I don't know what I'm going to get.
My recruiter said pick 5. Like top 5. But what's cool about my recruiter is I was older joining, so I was 25 when I signed, and I was like, I'm not gonna go join and be an HM. Like I know what I wanted, and if there wasn't a TS rate available, like IS or CT or something, I was like, I'm gonna wait. So,
which you can do.
Yeah.
They don't like that. On
they
the
don't
back
like
end,
that.
Oh man.
It's so much paperwork. I'm sure.
We get yelled at. It's not even paperwork. We just get yelled at.
Because you can't make a choice for somebody, so why would you get yelled at?
That's why they tell us from day one, if the member walks in and says, I only want this job, we tend to try and like stay away or steer them to like
rate locked.
Open mind. Yeah, don't be rate locked. Because if you're rate locked, you're never going to enjoy this.
Yeah, it's because I feel like when you join for a specific job, you don't always necessarily do that job. Like I've done things on different days that were completely nothing related to being an IS.
Oh yeah, I do that almost every day.
Yeah. So I mean that's kind of cool because things are always changing. What is the best piece of advice you've ever gotten?
The best. The only easy day was yesterday.
So like live in the moment.
Pretty much. I mean, you embrace the suck. I don't know.
I always say that.
The one I tell every single person that I meet is closed mouths don't get fed.
Yes,
so if you
my
aren't
mom
asking
would always say
questions
that.
and you're not bringing things up, you're going to go hungry. And in the Navy, it is important, it is imperative that you open your mouth. Ask the questions. Never stop studying, never stop training and learning, because you're just going to hurt yourself in the end.
That's good.
If you join, the only easy day was yesterday. If you have questions, freaking ask.
So I'm curious, like, when you joined, obviously you didn't, like, did you think that you were going to do 20 years?
No.
So it was just
I thought I was going to do 6 years and just get the heck out.
Wow. See, that's how, everyone I ask, they're the same way. They get to the end of their contract and they're like, I don't hate it. So now you're at 10 years. You're the first PS I've met that's so just gregarious and kind.
That's why I joined.
Yeah.
Because I saw
You like people, and it
there was
shows.
a gap there. And
There
I was
is.
Like, these admin people aren't taking care of their customers. Like,
Yeah.
like I know it sounds corny, but I really do think that when I go to a command, my mentality is this is now my family. Because when you're not with your family, this is the best you got.
You spend all your time with these people.
Yeah, they might be the most messed up family you've ever been with, but
Most dysfunctional.
very dysfunctional. But they're the people that you have to rely on. Like, we have no other choice. Like, there's no other people around you.
Especially
even if you
when you're
have a family,
deployed.
this is your we're on debt or living overseas. This is your brother, your sister, your cousin, your mom, your dad, your aunt. Like, you get certain officers who are like a mom and dad.
Yeah,
you
I
get
see
certain
that.
chiefs that are like that aunt and that uncle that have wisdom. Like, so when I check into a command, I view you all as my children because none of you can pay me, but I can pay all of you.
Yeah.
So I have a job that like none of you can truly affect me.
Yeah.
Other than maybe the ITs, because they could stop my computer. Stuff like that. But
Anyone can stop your computer.
probably. But for the most part, like, you guys rely on me to take care of you, to pay your bills, to help you pay for food for your families and stuff like that. So I view it as a big responsibility. Like, I'm going to take care of you.
So you would recommend PS?
I would 100%.
If people like paperwork and they like people and they like computer work, go PS.
Basic administrative responsibilities, yeah. Because when you get out of the Navy, that's why I also chose it. You can relate this to pretty much business administration.
Yeah.
You know, you can do any kind of clerical work and things along those lines. And the Navy has other programs like Navy Cool and all this other stuff where you can get certificates, and then you can go get jobs with those certificates. It even tells you like where you could work at.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so you can do trainings online while you're getting paid with the Navy and set yourself up to get out and still make more money. So
that's good.
yeah, it's
Awesome.
The opportunities are endless with the Navy. You just have to know what you're looking for, and if you don't ask the questions,
Open your
you're
mouth.
never gonna find them.
Yeah. That's
So,
good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for this interview.
Absolutely.
I know it's gonna help lots of people.
If you have questions, send them our way.
Yeah, if anyone has questions, definitely drop it in the comments. PS2 can answer. I can try to answer, but I probably will not know the answer. So, but yeah, this was fun.
Absolutely, I'm here. That's literally why I went active duty, to take care of you guys. So.
Once again, I am Shae Taylor. Subscribe if you like this stuff. Super important, and I'll catch you guys later.